everybody, and welcome to the show. Today's episode is about Elon Musk. I am a huge fan of his, and I'm super excited to do this show. So let's jump right in. Every so often, an individual appears that changes the course of humanity. Thomas Edison was one of those figures. Edison was a visionary. He was a prolific inventor. He was an accomplished businessman. It is impossible to go anywhere in the world and not see Edison's impact. From the mass distribution of electricity to communication technology, Edison drastically changed the world. I would go so far as to say he and his company had a greater impact on society than anyone in history. I believe that Elon Musk is on course to have a similar impact on society. Musk is a visionary. He is a prolific inventor and an astute businessman, and his accomplishments are already changing the world. Musk is also a rebel of sorts. He has made a career of disrupting firmly established markets, sectors that most entrepreneurs avoided like the plague. He entered markets that most would consider impossible to breach. He disrupted the financial sector with PayPal, which helped to create confidence in online transaction and legitimize an emerging online economy. He disrupted the automotive sector with Tesla, changing the notion that electric vehicles were not economically viable. He disrupted the space industry with SpaceX, proving that space travel could be economically viable as well. Most people considered these endeavors entrepreneurial suicide, but Musk helped to turn each of these into multi-billion-dollar companies. Musk is a rebel with a cause. He's an outlaw with a heart. On the surface, he appears to be an investor's worst nightmare. In reality, he's their wet dream. It seems that everything he touches turns to gold. Musk has blurred the lines between capitalism and philanthropy. He has personally profited greatly, becoming one of the richest men in the world. But he has profited off of businesses that benefit all of humanity, and often profit is a secondary goal. With Tesla, Musk proved that there is a market for electric cars, thus accelerating the transition towards renewable energy, which Musk has stated was his primary goal with Tesla in the first place. Tesla is also the largest producer of lithium-ion batteries in the world, further accelerating the transition towards renewable energy. Tesla's Gigafactory produces batteries for cars, for home use, and even offers mass storage solutions to integrate with the grid. Musk has said that if Tesla speeds up the transition to renewable energy by 10 years, then it has fulfilled its purpose. I think it's safe to say, mission accomplished, Tesla. As impressive as Tesla is, I think the company that will secure Musk's place in history is SpaceX. SpaceX has a primary goal of colonizing Mars. But why is colonizing Mars, and SpaceX for that matter, so important? The world has gone through many extinction events throughout its existence, and odds are we will face one again in the future. Add to that the threat of nuclear weaponry, and our chances for an extinction level event seem pretty likely. Musk believes the only way to ensure our survival is to expand to other planets. So let's take a little bit closer look at SpaceX. The story behind SpaceX is rather bizarre, and it gives us some insight into the mind of this amazing man. Musk initially had no desire to create SpaceX. He simply wanted to spend tens of millions of his own dollars to send a greenhouse to Mars. It's crazy, yeah, I know. He believed it would renew interest in space travel. After 3 trips to Russia and 3 failed attempts to purchase intercontinental ballistic missiles, Musk decided to build his own rockets. And SpaceX was born. SpaceX has had a huge impact on the space industry. SpaceX's biggest innovation is reusable rocket boosters. It is the first company to successfully reuse primary rocket boosters, saving upwards of $100 million per launch. His successes in space have sparked renewed interest in space exploration from state agencies as well as from the private sector. Remember, his original goal with the greenhouse was to renew interest in space. PayPal, Tesla, and SpaceX would be enough badges for any man to wear. But not for Elon. He still sees problems. Musk recently launched 2 new companies, Neuralink and the Boring Company. With the Boring Company, he wants to dig tunnels under our biggest cities to reduce traffic. With Neuralink, he plans to directly connect our brains to AI in order to prevent the power of AI falling into the hands of just a few. This may be why he draws comparisons to Iron Man's Tony Stark. Musk has a vision for the future, a vision that he works relentlessly to achieve, a future that is better for everyone. Only time will tell what Musk's legacy will be. But if we wind up sitting on Mars with our brains connected to AI, you can bet he will be in the company of the likes of Edison. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you liked what you saw, please give me a like. If you got questions, comments, if I screwed up somewhere, put them down below in the comment section. I spend a lot of time working on these videos, and I'd really appreciate it if you liked it, if you'd also give it a share so that other people can watch it as well. If you have any suggestions for new videos, you can put those down in the comments below. As always, I'll put a new video up every Sunday. I'm pushing it kind of close today because it was hot down here in Texas and the AC kept cutting on and made it kind of hard for the audio to work. So it took me a better part of the day to record this one. Anyways, thanks again, guys. See you next week.